with something because you said the Indians, right? They're not our people. What do they have on right here that you see at the bottom? Do you know what that's called? It's called fringes, right? Okay. Now, the things that I just read to you, right, they predominantly happen to what? So-called black people, right? Right. So I'm going to go in the same book and I'm going to read a law that, quote unquote, just pertains to black people, right? Let's get it. Numbers 15:38.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38.
It's the same people. The people that you read that got put on slave ships, it's the same people, right? The children of Israel.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garment.
Now, if we're two different people, then explain how they got fringes on their garments.
Break it out!
The same attire.
That doesn't.
How doesn't that mean anything?
Because other people can see how I dress, like say Iron Man and hoodies, right? Now you see white people, everybody got on a hoodie. That doesn't make them all people.
Right, but this is going into God's laws. This is a law from God. No. Where would they get that from hundreds and hundreds of years ago?
Break it out! Even if you look, they look lazy, man. They look, you know what it's like.
So you're going off of looks. If I look at you,
That's the best indicator. You can't see that.
Bruh, okay. If that's, yeah, no,
You know what I'm saying though?
no, I don't. Let me give you an example. Jay, let me give you an example. Hold on, before you read that, let me give you an example. Right. No, that's what's up. That's what's up. It's love. Listen, it's love, brother. Listen, it's love. Bob Marley. Bob Marley is considered what? He's mixed, but what is his father? His father's white, but doesn't he have woolly hair like you though? So what is, hold on though, because you're going off of looks. I'm showing you that you can't base it off of looks.
Break it out!
The book of John chapter 7, verse 24. Judge not according to appearance.
Do what?
Judge not according to appearance.
You cannot judge according to appearance. You cannot judge according to how a man looks. You gotta judge by the spirit.
Break it out!
In righteous judgment. You understand what I'm saying? Bob Marley is a prime example of somebody that looks like a so-called black man with the woolly hair and everything, just light-skinned like you, right? But he is not a black man according to what the Bible says.
Break it out!
We're gonna read it. No, because there's no mixing according to the Bible. You are what your father is.
That's
Whatever
right.
your seed is, that's what your father is. That's what you are. He's a white man according to the Bible. That's what we're saying. According to the Bible, no. I'm gonna read it.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18.
Hold on, we're gonna deal with it.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day.
Hold on, Jay, you gotta listen, bro. You gotta listen. Yeah. All right, listen.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
What's a pedigree, Jay? Breed. Get more in detail. How you doing, bro?
Where you come from, where your genes all mixing together.
Would bloodline be a good synonym for that? Okay, so your bloodline, right?
And they declared their pedigree
Or their bloodline.
after their families by the house of their father.
By what?
By the house of their father.
According to the Bible, you are what your father is. So, okay, so they can't be mixing. If my father's quote unquote Puerto Rican, then that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? Hold on. We're gonna deal with you. We're gonna deal with it.
That don't look like you, that don't look like you, that don't look like
But that's it. That's a law that they are keeping. And that's what I'm showing you.
But hold on, no, my question, but just when they have fringes, that makes them rules.
No, yeah, start up there.
I don't know, I don't
That's the point. No, because it's a law given to us. Everybody don't wear fringes, bruh. It's a law only pertains to the Israelites. It pertains to you and me. So why would the people take on a custom that has nothing to do with them, just pulling it out of thin air?
answer your question. Why would white people be in church? That's taking y'all customs, right?
White people in church has nothing to do with the Israelites.
Yes, it does. You just said why.
No, it doesn't.
You just asked me why.
They don't keep fringes. They don't keep no laws.
I'll let you speak. You asked me why would somebody that anything to do with them, why would they take on those customs?
Brother.
White people in Baptist churches, all types of churches.
We are the church. We are the church. We're going to read this book. I'm going to let you speak. Go ahead, go ahead.
You said, why would somebody that doesn't have anything to do with them, why would they take on the fringes, correct?
Go ahead, yep.
So what I'm saying is, people take something that has nothing to do with them all the time. You have white people preaching out that same that you're preaching out of, but you're saying it has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. So they're wrong. Right
You know why? You know why they? Yeah, find that scripture. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, now let me answer. You know why they? Jay, you know why they took the Bible? Because they know that there's power in this book. So if they look, but if they paint, so if they paint the image and use the book, right? They can control us. That's all they did. We couldn't read or write at some point. So they take the book, they'll read a couple scriptures to you. Slaves, obey your master. Close the book, and then look at us. Look at us today.
And then Jesus is white.
And then Jesus is white. Yeah, read that. Psalms 50.
The book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 16.
What's your name, bro? KB. Nice to meet you. Oram. Check this out.
But unto the wicked, God said, what hast thou to do to declare my statute?
Now, get Job 9:24. The wicked is talking about the so-called white man. That's
right.
who the wicked is. So God is asking a question, Jay. He's asking, what does the wicked or the white man have to do with this book? All right, let's get the wicked real quick.
Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Who controls the earth? I mean, ultimately it's God, but who controls? That is the right answer, but who control? Who's allowing him? Yeah, who's in power right now? Who's allowing him to control the earth? Who has a military station on every damn country? White man, right? Okay. Who owns JEA? That's a good question. Who owns the water?
Who owns Florida and Georgia?
Right. So if they cut the water off, guess what? You done. That's the white man, right? Read what you got.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So that's proving that what? That the white man runs the earth. He's the wicked that the Bible's talking about. He's the one that put us in slavery. Hold on, let me finish my point. We'll go back to where you were.
Psalm chapter 50, verse 16.
As you said, they use our book, right? The same book that we read out of. But you've never, the things that we bringing out, you've never heard of before. Read what you got.
But unto the wicked, God said, what hast thou to do to declare my statute?
See what God is asking? What are you doing reading my book? This book has nothing to do with you. Read.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
You shouldn't even be talking this Bible. It shouldn't be coming out of your mouth. That's what God is saying. So yes, I agree with you, Jay, in the fact that they'll take this book and twist it and use it to their advantage with images. No, that has nothing to do with that. We're gonna prove it. Go back to go to Genesis 49.
Let me ask the question first. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
But you're saying just because they have an apprentice that makes them a part of you, but who say they didn't just copy you having an apprentice on, they took that from you based on what you're telling me.
Yeah, get Matthew 24 and 24 for me.
You know what I'm saying though?
Say that again, Jay, my bad.
How do you know that that is copy? Like I said, with hoodies, say I invented a hoodie. People that look like me, you invented a hoodie. Now everybody wears hoodies. But say it's a safe thing for us, but now everybody has them on. But now people copy them. People copy them.
Okay.
So how do you know that they not just copying?
Because the law, nobody is going to just pull that out of thin air and say, you know what? I'm gonna put on fringes on my garments, and not only that though. Hold on. No, listen. Not only that, I'm gonna put a border of blue on it. That is a law from God. So let me prove to you that they are God's chosen people. Let's do that. Since you're saying that, that's not gonna be the tell and all. You see what I'm saying? Let's see.
24.
Yeah, let's read that first.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Christ.
There's a what?
Arise false Christ.
The false Christ is this right here. There shall arise a false Christ, right? Because you can't read that image in the Bible. I can't find it. Read.
And false prophets. And shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
There's going to be false prophets that are what? They're going to deceive the very elect. Now, before you go, get that book. I want you to read, because you like history and stuff like that, right? You into that thing, right? So this book, read what you got, Amos.
This is the lost tribes and promised land.
Ronald is a historian that did research and wrote a book called Lost Tribes and Promised Lands, all right? So the lost tribes that he's talking about is these people on this side, all right? We didn't write this book, all right? But let's see what it says. Read what you got.
Chapter 30. Upon his return to Cartagena, the Judaizing Montantinos had found himself accused by the Inquisition and put in prison.
So Montezino, right? You heard of Montezino before? All right, read on.
Praying for salvation in his cell one day, he was reciting what was by then a standard formula. Among New World Morenos,
right? Right, okay, right, read.
blessed be the name of the Lord, who has not made me an idolater, a barbarian, a Negro, an Indian.
So he's saying what? He's Portuguese, right? Listen what he's saying, read that again.
When suddenly be stopped, those Indians, he told himself, they are Hebrew.
Explain. You got it.
I'm just listening, I'm just gaining it, but
You didn't. I want you to hear so you can explain it. You want me? I'll read it again. Read that last part again where it says, right here.
Blessed be the name of the Lord, who has not made me an idolater, a barbarian, a Negro, an Indian. When suddenly be stopped, those Indians
that you're talking about right here.
he told himself they are Hebrew.
Now, why would he say that? Because they're the same people. Those Indians are Hebrews. Let's go a little further. Come on, keep going. Down there. Same chapter, yep.
Upon hearing their words, they rose, went over to the Montezinos, and to his utter astonishment said, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
So, they're going, hold on.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, it's gonna explain itself, but first let me say, they're meeting up with these so-called Indians that are coming on the boat. When Montezino greets these so-called Indians, the Indians reply back. Read that again.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
So that language is Hebrew. So the Indians that they met up with are speaking Hebrew, right? A Hebrew tongue relates to who? What people? Israelites, right? Okay, read.
Here's the translation.
Here's the translation of those words.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God.
What?
The Lord our God.
So the translation is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, possessive, read.
The Lord is one. They had recited in Hebrew.
These Indians recited what?
In Hebrew, the fundamental credo of Judaism.
Now, they recited the fundamental credo, right, of Judaism. Let's keep reading.
Brief conversation been ensured in their common ancestral tongue.
Ancestral tongue, come on.
According to Montesinos, whose fluency in it is almost as perplexing to the reader of his narrative as is that of these three mysteries, new companions.
Now, watch this, Jay. Listen up, Jay.
They told him that they were themselves of the tribe of Reuben.
So those Indians that were speaking Hebrew, they said those...
I gotta go to, I'm trying to stay.
Okay, I just want to make this last point. He said that those Indians that were speaking Hebrew, they said, I'm from the tribe of Reuben. I want you to look at this sign. The tribe of Reuben is the Seminole Indians. They're from Florida, correct. Let's keep reading.
And that the tribe of Joseph lived on an island nearby.
And they knew that their brothers from the tribe of Joseph, which would be Ephraim and Manasseh, were on an island nearby. So historically, this is proof that those Indians that you say are not Israelites, they are Israelites. And I can take you to the scriptures in Genesis 49 and break it down to you some more. What is that?
Look into it. That's all I'm trying to keep trying to see what I'm into.
This is what you into? What are you into? Let me see.
I'm about to do. Go ahead.
This is Superman, Superwoman campaign.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And this is what he's into. Nothing to do with our people, ain't gonna do nothing to save our people. Sister, I got a question for you. You go to church? You do go to church? When was the last time you went to church? Last Sunday. Okay, let me ask you something. Does God love everybody?
Yeah.
He does? Can you, come here for a second. Can you prove it? Everybody's so quick to say that God loves everybody. God loves everybody, right? Let's see if this is true. Bro, you believe God loves everybody? You don't believe in God either? Read what you got.
Hosea chapter 11 and verse 1. When Israel was a child, Then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt.
Let's go to hey, bro, come here for a second, bro. You believe in God? He's intoxicated. Our people, let's get that. Let's get Titus 4. Let's get that. Because our people walking around here inebriated as hell. You ask, like damn zombies, man. When we gonna wake up out of the damn state of sleep that we in? When we gonna wake up? It's high time that we wake up. Walking around like zombies, man. Doing nothing for the community but destroying it. Read what you got.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 6. That the aged man be sober, grave.
Read that again.
That the aged man be sober.
The Bible says, let the aged man be sober. Everybody around here is walking around inebriated. But the Bible says, and most of our people that are walking these streets, guarantee you they go to church on Sunday. Guaranteed they go to church on Sunday. Read that again.
Titus chapter 2 and verse 2. That the aged man be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience.
No, that's it. Go to Tobit 4. Tobit 4, I think it's verse 12. About the drinking. Is that it? Yeah.
Tobit chapter 4 verse 15. Do that to no man which thou hatest. Drink not wine to make thee drunken.
You see that? The Bible says, yes, you can drink wine. Yes, you can have a drink. But don't drink until you get drunk.
Now see the treatment of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. Take care of us. And our children too. And our children too. We have repented. How are you? People want to know who's the king.
O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.